Good morning, everyone. This is the auspicious occasion. You are getting blessing from all the teachers and from the Almighty also. So this is the tradition of the DAV with Havan and the religious atmosphere. We are wishing you all the best for your forthcoming examination. Today you will collect your admit card and a good luck card where the time schedule for the examination is mentioned. My dear students, I want to share few tips which may be very valuable for appearing your examination. We and all understand that after the 2 years lockdown, you are the first batch, those are going to appear the examination in pen and paper. And that is also in another school, with another atmosphere, with another bunch of teachers. So my dear students, we have already appeared 50% of the syllabus, that is in form of MCQ, which carries 1.5 hours. The full paper, I am talking for the CBSE, then I will come to the ICSE, 1.5 hours. Then you see the rest 50% of the syllabus you are covering by 2 hours. That means sum total of the hours for one paper is coming 3.5 hours, which will be not repeated in future for any other examination. I mean, the 30 minutes bonus time you are getting, CBSE students, the reason is the last 2 years we have not practiced more. Our hand is not so free for writing our concepts. So by taking the help and suggestion from the psychologist and educationist, the CBSE has enhanced 30 minutes. But getting 30 minutes time, you should not be so very happy, because obviously that 30 minutes will be required for you. For this reason the 30 minutes more is given. I am telling a simple example to you, because the ICSE examination will start from 25th, class 10 CBSE 27th, and on 7th plus 2 science. So my 5 to 6 points I want to share with you. When you will appear the examination, that 10 to 15 minutes cooling time is there. That cooling time is for the game plan, we can say. And most of the students, what they are doing, when they are getting this question, that cooling time is given for only read the question, not to think about the answer, not to attempt any answer. The reason behind it is, it was found statistically that many students, they left some questions or some portion of the questions without reading the question. That's why in the last 4 years back, that cooling time is introduced. So my submission to each and every student, please utilize this cooling time very successfully. So what to be done in the cooling time? Though the name is cooling time, you should be very cool. You should not be excited. Oh, my question has come. Yesterday I have prepared this one. Then you will be feel sorry. That question I cannot answer. that question I have not discussed yesterday, that was beyond of my syllabus, this is beyond of my mind, this is beyond of my preparation, that should not be thought. Only quizzing. Read the question from question number 1 to question number last, covering all questions also, option questions. Point number 1. Point number 2, the questions those having options, you find out which one will be the best for you. So during the cooling time you can find out, because you will get 1 minute's time or 2 minutes time to think over. So which or it will be most preferable to me, that you put one pencil mark, not in the pen. So when you will be going on answering the questions, at least at that time you will not thought the first question I will take or the second question I will take. The second point. In third point is very, very important, because sometimes some additional part of the question is there. That additional part of the question is there. For example, I am giving a small example to you. Suppose a point is dividing a line segment joining this and this at the ratio this and this, and one of the variable is given, find the lambda. Hence find the coordinate of the point of intersection. 90% students are anxious to get the value of lambda. Yes, you got the lambda. After getting the value of lambda, they are thinking the question is over. But only simply one writing is required, that is the coordinate of the geometry, coordinate of this point. And we are forgetting. And sometimes it is asked, draw the graph of these lines, hence find the vertex of the triangle formed by this, one of the vertex. So my question is, in physics also, in chemistry also, in biology also, in the history also, in all the subjects, some questions is followed by a small bit. So my suggestion to you, during the cooling time, which questions you are finding some bits are there, put a double dot, or as per your convenience put something. That you feel yourself that question some bits are there, some small bits are there, I should not ignore. That is a very, very important point. And in the fourth point, in case of mathematics or in case of physics or in case of any calculation, because when you are able to look the questions, you will able to know that which is calculation based question. Suppose mensuration, 100% calculation based. In case of plus 2 students, area under the curve, calculation based. Whatever you will do, the calculation must you have to do. And very sincere calculation is required there. And other questions in the differential equation, the application based problem also, the calculation type questions. My question is there, my fourth point is there. If you are finding the calculation based problem is there, you will take slow. You will drive slow. In which way? It is written in the road, drive slow, because the humps are there ahead. It is just like the humps. Why I am telling? Because you see, honestly you tell, honestly you feel yourself, how much calculations you have practiced in the last 2 years, how much mistakes you have committed, and how much mistakes are rectified. That number is very, very less in comparison to the normal years. If sometimes you are writing 10 square is 10, that is purely by mistake. Sometimes you are writing 2 plus 3 is equal to 6, that is purely unintentional mistakes. But many a times during your career you have committed such type of mistakes, and that type of mistake is rectified, and you have realized, but due to the position we not got that type of scope because we have not practiced more, we have not rectified more, we have not appeared more and more questions, so that our realization is less. So that should not be a point of disappointing. So my question is there, where the calculation based problem will be there, you put double tick or triple tick or some symbol, because when you are coming across this question from 1 to so last question, at least you will remember that question is that. And my fifth point is very, very important. During the cooling time, if you are finding any question which is beyond of your scope of writing, don't read this question twice or thrice. Otherwise the cooling time will be converted to the tension time. And only thinking over this question, oh mu sabu prepare kari astili, मोर दुईटा क्वेश्चन मते आसीबनी, कोन करिवि आ पांचटा क्वेश्चन भूली जाओ. Because in the last 25 to 30 years experience I am telling, many of the students are doing such type of mistakes, and those are able to control themselves. You see, you might have some experience at your home. Some days it becomes good for you, some days it becomes bad for you. गोटे गोटे दिन कोन करथिबो, मैथमेटिक्स क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करथिबो, प्रथम हेगला, द्वितीय हेगला, तृतीय हेगला, चतुर्थ हेगला, पंचम हेगला, षष्ठ हेगला, अष्टम ता बहुत डिफिकल्ट तो सेडा हेजो. आ गोटे गोटे दिन प्रथम हेलानी, गला बसी भाबिलो, तापर इजी क्वेश्चन हो. So don't think over a question more and more. If this question is beyond of your scope, okay, that will be done in the last. When I am able to do the 11th question, the 12th question will be automatically be done in the flow, because the flow is your experience. And my sixth advice to you, after answering all the questions, please keep 15 minutes at least time. Because your handwriting, whether it is improved during the pandemic time, I don't know. The handwriting, the writing style, the skipping of the question, the calculation based problem, and the problem, those was beyond of your scope, that must be rectified. And my submission here, don't leave a single question. Whatever answer you can put. If not right, the answer what will happen, because you see, in the English class 10, almost all the students got 8 marks bonus. In Odia, almost all the students got 13 mark bonus. But remember one thing, in case of MCQ, all got the bonus. But in case of writing, if you not attempt the question, you will not get the bonus. Understood my question? If the question is attempted, at least you will put the question number, then you will get the mark, otherwise not. Because the examiner will think that he has not thought over the question. So why the grace mark will be given to him? So my submission, it may be difficult question. Please attempt. Please attempt. At least you will get some half mark, 10 mark. If you know something about the answers, you write down. Don't try to not leave any question. Then, the last point is the previous day. That is very, very important. That for starting the cooling time at the examination, minimum 14 to 15 hours back, you should be super cool. Means you should go to your bed early, because those are reading overnight before the examination. I not got any example they have done wonderful in the examination or excellent in the examination. Rather, they have lost their originality. I am using one word, they have lost their originality. Those have taken more and more time in the yesterday. Because if you are thinking that yesterday I will read more and tomorrow I will deliver all these things, that will not happen. Rather, you lost what you have prepared in many days back. So, my submission, please be cool in the previous day. Don't create an atmosphere at the home that you are appearing the board examination. You are appearing a examination. As for the valuable word of our Prime Minister, you make a examination as a festival, like your Durga Puja Raja. Don't make it is a tension atmosphere. Kali mo jio parikha achi, ei party karani, ghare ke phone re katha honi, TV chalibo nahi, pagere ke na. That type of atmosphere is gone. Tama bapa mane jetole path padutile, mu jetole path padutili, setebele se atmosphere thila. ଆଉ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କେତେ ପରସେଣ୍ଟ ରଖୁଥିଲୁ? 60% ଯଦି ରଖୁଥିଲୁ, ଲୋକାଲିଟି ଲୋକ ଆସି ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ ଆରେ ଗୋଟେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ପାଇଛି। ଯଦି 70% ଆମେ ରଖୁଥିଲୁ, ସେଠି ସବୁ ଆସି ସମସ୍ତେ ଗଦା ହଉଥିଲେ, ତମ ଘରେ ଗୋଟେ 70% ପାଇଛି, ଆଉ ତମ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ତ 70% ମାନେ ଲାଷ୍ଟ। ବଟ୍ so that day has gone. So create a festive atmosphere. That does not mean that DJ lagi basi gaibo. It is a festive atmosphere. No, neither your father, nor your sister, nor you. Karena papa jadi tension aja, papa को देखिए तमें tension हो, माँ jadi tension, basically माँ मैंने बेसी tension होती, तमें तब counseling कर दो, माँ माने तो तमें counseling कर दो, किसी तरह के I will do best, don't worry. And next day, what rituals is going on at your home, whatever rituals is going on at your home, you will support it. Means सकाळे माँ कहबे कि मंदिर को जा जीव तुम रिलक्टेंट हो, कलश रे मुंडिया मारिब जबरदस्त नुह, एल्डर्स मानकर आशीर्वाद नब हार्टली, नॉट फोर्सफुली. Because sometimes what happen, we are opting some rituals by force. We don't have the intention to attend this one, but by the scolding or by the force we are doing. But at least on the days of the examination, you counsel your mental minds, and naturally and spiritually you obey the advice what rituals happen at your home. कहीं कि आम हिंदू धर्म रे अच्छी आमे कौन करू जदि घर बाहर छु बाटरी गोटे बिलेई पड़े आम साइकोलॉजी एते खराब हो जाइछि आम पूर्व पुरुष माने आम मुंड को एते खराब कर दैछंती जदि बिलेई गला माने कोडा एक्सीडेंट हो तेणु कौन कर जिते बिलेई देखिली से गाड़ी स्टेरिंग की धरी कि बिलेई कथा भावुची कहीं जानी सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स आर देयर मो बापा कहते मो जेजे बापा कहते जेजेमा कहते तेणुक एक्सीडेंट न हवा जगह कोड़े बाड़ेदेवी दैट बिकम्स ए थियोरी मु भी गोटे थियोरी सृष्टि करदेली मते फॉलो करिबा हमर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. So try to understand what I am telling. जदि माने कर सकाळे कळस रे मुंडिया न मार की पड़ी जाई एग्जाम सेशन को गला मुंड भीतर से आज तो कळस मुंडिया मारनी भल भवनी परीक्षा भल भवनी परीक्षा चल. The psychologically you will be depressed. Are you taking these things positively or negatively? I don't know. Huh? So my point is to say, please obey all the rituals because that will give them the strength, that will give the willpower, that will build up the confidence. When the confidence is built up, because when the doctor is going to the operation theatre, he is also taking the blessing of the God. When the doctor know everything, because I am very confident, when he has done the 1000th operation also, before that, before going to the operation OT, he is taking the blessing because the confidence is required. And that confidence will give you by the rituals what is arranged by your parents. So I will not take much more time, but what is my experience, I am sharing with you. Please take it positively. Don't be overconfident. Be cool. Not 15 minutes, but minimum 15 to 16 hours before the examination. Thank you very much. All the best.